Welcome back, and let's carry on with the storyline, shall we? Return to a dorm. Are you heading in already, Rean? You had a feeling it would be girls with shopping, and yeah, I managed to get all my errands done. Guess you guys went shopping, huh? That's quite a mountain of food. Yeah, it's all for dinner tonight. Been thinking I can't keep imposing on the Countess's hospitality. Besides, we've all been working so hard in class, we want to sharpen our skills a little. We're basically been making whatever we want at a cooking club. Guess you're in charge of lugging everything back, eh, Kurt? Yes, well, we came across Ash, but he managed to worm his way out of helping. Oh, hello everyone. It is good to see you all. We're ready to start the cooking club at any time. I'm gonna go wild with those ingredients. Toss them in. I feel both uneasy and at ease with Freddy doing cooking. You know, the members of the cooking club proceeded to go out, resulting in far more dishes than originally planned. Renee's party for Elise was ended up filled with food that was on par with what was served at Orchis Tower and no less expensive. In order to handle a vast mountain of food, friends and neighbours were invited too. Well, it all turned out quite be a lively night in Neves.
Oh, wow. I didn't expect to find such an authentic bathhouse all the way out here. What a pleasant surprise.
Now that I think about it, it's probably the principal's doing.
I heard this place was changed a lot when they renovated it into a dormitory. Apparently, it was once the mansion of a fallen noble family.
Oh yes, I've heard that same story. It seems the family had to let go of their holdings 10 years ago after the head of the family was conned by an unscrupulous merchant. Though I heard they've since started up their own business outside the country.
I see.
Sheesh. How do you know all this stuff?
I feel like I've heard a story like that before.
Yes, Tita, you know them. I thought everyone would be reluctant to go into a public bath like this, but you were fine with it? Something wrong? Oh, most people aren't really used to that kind of thing, right? I've just noticed that's how form-fitting their towels are. Uncomfortably form-fitting from the looks of it. But I thought Elise and Tita would have been embarrassed for sure. I've actually been going to hot springs all my life. Hot springs was a resort near my hometown. My hometown is actually famous for its hot springs. Seriously? I'm surprised about Tita too, but first I heard about Elise growing up with hot springs. But no one in Hot Springs Paradise, Ymir. She worked to Ream's hometown. Yeah, I remember seeing hot springs when I went there once on a mission. I remember that mission. Mission? What mission? Does that mean the one who kidnapped Elise is... I think I'm going light-headed with steam. This means Elise and Rean used to bathe together when we were young. As did Tita and Agate, no doubt. Together? Well, we are siblings, so a few times when we were young, but sure, but... Oh, I could just picture you boldly striding into a hot spring to comfort your dear brother Rean in his time of need. I can see the sweet little Tita finding an excuse to follow a special someone into a mixed path. Oh, how adorable. No, that's, You never cease to amaze me, Lucy. That's pretty wild an imagination you've got there. You'd be ashamed of yourself. Oh, I'm so jealous. Why do you have such nice hair? Elise's lustrous black hair and Tita's shining honey blonde hair should be legal. But how pretty that silver hair is yours is, Ali. And yours has such nice fluffy curls to it. Your hair's lovely as well, Yuna. You look really different when you were washing it earlier. Yeah, so vibrant and feminine. Now to think of it, you're always taking care of it. Unlike all of you, your flawless hair and her skin, I need to put serious work in to look like this. Oh yes, I think now I may be the perfect time for some serious girl talk. Huh? Girl talk. That's right. First order of business. Let's discuss instructor Rean's type. For example, all of us here, who would he pick? None of you? I mean, ironically, the closest one to Rean's type here is probably Tita. But first of all, Tita's taken. Secondly, Tita's too young. But if we combine Tita and Yuna, honestly, Yuna's probably the closest to the type here. An interesting topic. Oh, there's no need to overthink things, Tita. So at least, how about it? His favourite be his dear little sister. To be perfectly honest, I don't think he actually has a type. Seems close to a number of very different people. Alyssa, Laura, Emma, Fee, Milliam, Instructor Sarah. Oh, and Tara, Princess, Mare, Major Claire, Sharon. Oh wow, that's so many. I believe the correct term is playboy. Listen to this. According to a princess, has had quite a hot and heavy moment with his male acquaintances as well. What? Muse, please don't bring Santa Strea's bad habits here. But just something about Instructor Rean, you just can't leave it be. So you can say about Kurt and Ash too. Is that so? I don't read too much into it. It's interesting. Never really thought about boys and girls before I started here at Branch Campus. But they are pretty different. Oh? Alternate. I see. You're going through these past few months, Ali. Well, not physically, but you know what I mean. Leave me alone. I'm fine with my current size. If we're a little bigger, I won't mind it. You're just so cute, Ali. Excessive contact.
Hope you don't mind if we come in.
Oh, Instructor Toa.
Will you be joining us?
Not just her. I'll be joining you ladies as well.
Whoa!
An overwhelming presence. Oh, I'm so sorry we've been hogging the bath.
Oh, not at all. I figured now would be a perfect chance to get to know my students better.
We'll try not to rain on your parade.
There's nothing like a nice soak in the bath after a long day. Seems like you girls were having quite the discussion in here. You all trying to get with Schwarzer.
Get with?
Yes, that's the plan.
Oh, Muse.
That wasn't quite what we were talking about.
Well then, let me give you all some advice. He may seem polite and friendly, but he can actually be pretty single-minded, and at times outright stubborn. With that in mind, the best way to get your hooks in him is to set up just the right mood and lure him somewhere where you have the advantage.
Really?
Interesting.
Huh. For stubborn men, you need to set the right mood. Be sure to take thorough notes, Elise.
Muse, please. Principal!
Oh, that's fantastic. I love that. Rean, you're in danger. Oh, look at you, so diligent. The location of our field exercise has been picked. We got Panzer Soldat training tomorrow. There's still a ton of things I need to get ready. Weren't you headed to a bath with Elise and the others? I left them a while ago. Listened to them in there. I felt like my hair was about to pop. Oh, I nearly forgot. Radio? What are you planning on listening? This is... Why in the world are you listening to Vita's show? Oh, because I'm a fan. That and I feel like there's some reason you started the show back up. I'm sure she doesn't have a reason past some boredom.
Good evening, everyone. It's time for Abend time. It's 9 p.m. on June 11th, and you're listening to Radio Trista. How's this fine Sunday night treating you all? We're halfway through June, which means we're already halfway through the year. It's been a packed year, yet it's gone by in a flash. Speaking of June, it's that time again. That's right, the summer festival is upon us once more. It may be held a month later in Heimdall, but cities all over Erebonia are already having their own celebrations, each with their own unique customs. One of my personal favorite places to go for the summer festival is La Mer. Ordis is famous for their annual tradition of lighting candles and setting them to float in the bay. It's just breathtaking to see all those lights. Last year's lighting had to be canceled, unfortunately, but I'm sure plenty of people are looking forward to it this year. I know I am. I can already imagine it. Me sitting by the beach, drink in hand, watching 1,000 glimmering lights float out to sea. It'd be wonderful to have such a luxurious, classy evening.
Lamar's where we're having our next field exercises. She mentioned Sutherland and Crossbow shortly before we visited too. She's clearly mentioning these places on purpose. She getting her information from Ouroboros or just constantly predicting the government's next move? Knowing her is probably both.
And of course, there's more to La Mer than just Ordis. The beaches are beautiful and bountiful, and the seafood is so fresh it practically leaps off the plate at you. Raquel is well known for its casinos and theaters, and there's also the scenic Brionia Island. There aren't any regularly scheduled ferries there, but if you do make it, you'll find a hidden gem rich in nature and ancient ruins. So after the summer festival, you can go for a swim, hit up the casinos, win a boat, then explore some ruins. There, I planned your whole trip for you.
Thank you. Brionia Island, I've heard the name before. 2 years ago, Group B had one of their field studies there. I was there, you never went to Nord, right? Speaking of which, I remember our clan's elder mentioning that island before. Spot where the Empire with the greatest concentration of animist ruins. The elder, she the one Rita called her grandmother? Yeah, though you wouldn't know it looking at her. She may as well be with her actual grandmother. So not related by blood? Of course not. You curious about it?
Maybe this is a good opportunity then. Emma did ask me to tell you about her. Listen up. I'm going to tell you a little about the Hexen clan.
Oh.
And the two sisters, Emma and Vita. They were the youngest members of a clan hidden away from the world at large. Vita lost her parents when she was young, but due to her immense natural talents, she was taken in by the Elder as her top disciple.
Oh my god, little baby Emma looks adorable. And who's that hottie behind them? I'm interested in that hottie behind them.
Meanwhile, Emma's mother was what we refer to as a stray witch. She lived among the common people. However, she lost her life in an accident. Emma was also taken in by the Elder, and the two girls were raised together like sisters. The Elder created a familiar for each of them, me and Grianos. Vita was full of talent and spirit, but Emma was a shy shut-in. They both grew into strong, noble witches, and they would have lived a peaceful life in the village, but at the age of 16, Vita volunteered to become a wandering witch. A wandering witch's job is to go to the outside world and report back to the village on new developments. The Elder sent her off with full confidence, but within half a year, she had vanished. We now know why. The Grand Master of Ouroboros got to her. She joined that den of snakes and abandoned her duties as a witch. The Elder regretted her decision to let Vita leave the village. It wasn't the first time she'd seen this happen after all. But Emma was devastated by the disappearance of her sister. From that day, Emma began training and studying as hard as she could with one goal: become a wandering witch herself to bring Vita back. And so, Emma was permitted to leave the village at the age of 16. With the help of some stray witches, she was able to enroll at Thors with a scholarship. And in the spring of her first semester, she met you guys.
And the rest, as you say, is history. I can understand Emma, Vita, and you a little bit better now.
I'm not supposed to talk about this sort of thing with outsiders, but by this point, everyone in Class 7 is pretty much family. Emma had to work hard for the Elder to okay this.
So that's what a pendant is all about. Next time you see her, you tell her I said thanks.
Tell her yourself. You'll be seeing her again before too long, right?
And that'll do it for tonight's show. Good night, everyone. As for you two, don't stay up too late. You need your beauty rest, Celine and Rean.
What was that?
What an obnoxious woman. I'm sure she predicted we'd be listening and used her magic to ensure only we could hear that last part.
Wow, she really is something. Now think about it, she did something similar during a live broadcast at the start of the Civil War.
Yeah, Emma's no slouch, but Vita's power as a witch is tremendous. That said, she's not omnipotent. After all, Osborne pulled the rug out from under her, and now she's on the run from her former friends.
Ouroboros' plan was hijacked by the Chancellor, and a black workshop is starting to make a move. I'm also worried about the true story Rita mentioned.
Yeah, and about how she failed to change the ending. It must have something to do with the Infernal Castle. Vita's personality may be one big joke, but she's not the type to lie. There's no doubt we have a crisis looming over us.
Yeah. Judging by the fact you told me all of this, suppose that means you're heading off now as well, does it?
Yeah, consider it a farewell gift. Even though you need to rely on that pendant, you'll be able to control your power now. I'll leave with your sister tomorrow morning. I suppose the next time we'll see each other is when Class 7 meets up.
Yeah. Honestly, it feels like it went by in the blink of an eye. How about you sleep in my room tonight? What'd you say?
Hell no!
Ah, Celine, your sundara. Save point. Perfect time to end the episode. Bye-bye.